Good morning to all. Please check, is my voice audible? Good morning, Kavya. Please check and revert once, is my voice audible to all? I hope all are doing well. Okay, so as you are aware of this, all banking courses are available for 12 months at cost of rupees 5,000. AAZADI batches there, which is for rupees 1,500. And SBI PO and IBPS PO batches there, which is for rupees 2,000. Okay, so in today's class, we will be doing reading comprehension and we will be solving cloze test. So before starting today's class, please like and share the session once. Okay, so let's start now. First is read the given passage carefully and answer the questions that follow. Certain words are printed in bold to help you locate them while answering some of these. So in India, as well as in other developing countries, there is evidence that the effectiveness of some vast public programs designed at the national level has been consistently undermined by serious corruption at the local level. So here they are saying India, in India as well as बहुत सारी developing countries ऐसी हैं जहाँ पे evidence मिलता है, proof मिलता है कि जो effectiveness है किसकी public programs की जो कि design किए गए हैं at national level उनको undermine किया जा रहा है because of corruption. Consequently, consequently, the intended beneficiaries fail to see benefits from programs that draw significant amounts of government resources. और इसका कॉन्सिक्वेंस क्या आ रहा है, इसका रिजल्ट क्या आ रहा है कि इंटेंडेड बेनिफिशरीज को कोई भी बेनिफिट इन प्रोग्राम का नहीं दिख रहा बिकॉज ऑफ करप्शन. A pressing policy question, particularly in an area that increasingly emphasizes decentralized delivery of public service, is how to mitigate this corruption and ensure that services reach their intended targets. So now a particular question जो यहाँ से arise होता है, what it is that how we can mitigate this corruption and moreover how we can ensure this thing कि ये services हर जगह पहुंचे. Improved monitoring and enforcement from higher levels of government may prove effective. So what can prove effective? Improve monitoring and enforcement अगर की जाएगी तो वो effective आएगी. But may be costly too in many circumstances, even with improved technology. Redesigning programs to limit the incentives for corruption among those the services is an ideal solution, but may be politically difficult and may still leave important amounts of discretion with local agents, whether private or public. So they are saying कि redesign करो programs को, वो भी एक service जो है serve कर सकता है, and moreover but इसका ideal solution आए या ना आए, it is totally dependent upon local agents because local agents की they will say कि उनकी मर्जी होनी चाहिए. To address these issues, informal networks may be one potential solution. National level monitoring and enforcement can effectively. So here they are saying कि to ऐसे issues को address करने के लिए informal networks भी एक solution की तरह act कर सकते हैं and national level monitoring और enforcement भी जो है वो effectively होनी चाहिए. Is this clear to all? The first paragraph. Okay, let's take next now. effectively discipline local authorities in certain settings, but this is not always forthcoming or cost effective, and implementation often requires some accountability at the local level. So what it requires accountability at local level. Simple technological solutions coupled with strictly enforced changes in incentive structure can overcome obstacles of cost. So we should have simple technological solutions, and it should be coupled with certain incentive structure so that we can overcome all the obstacles of cost. However, in some cases, implementing the necessary technology or enforcing the proper incentive structures may be too expensive. So here they are saying कि कहीं जगह पे necessary technology को implement करना और उसको enforce करना भी क्या हो सकता है, expensive जा सकता है. In these cases, finding low-cost local level monitoring and enforcement mechanism become more pressing. So in cases में ये ज़्यादा pressing बन जाता है. Bajorman and Swisson demonstrate that community-level disciplinary actions encouraged by NGOs effectively improve service delivery by public health providers in the context of Uganda. So here they are saying कि उन्होंने demonstrate करा है कि जो disciplinary actions लिए गए थे, जो कि किसने encourage किए थे, NGOs ने encourage किए थे, उन्होंने effectively improve करा है किसको, service delivery को. We examine how informal monitoring and enforcement mechanism operate and what is the resulting benefit in terms of improvement in public service delivery. So we can also examine कि informal monitoring जो है वो enforcement mechanism जो है वो कैसे operate होते हैं और उनके benefits क्या आ सकते हैं. In a recent study, we focus on exploring the impact of informal caste network and efficient delivery of India's public distribution system. So recent study में on what we are focusing on exploring the impact क्या है किसका, informal caste network का. We are exploring that now. The PDS is India's largest response to the persistence of malnutrition. So PDS ने इंडिया को largest response दिया है कि जो कि malnutrition persist कर रहा है, exist कर रहा है. The system distributes food grains and other goods through over 450,000 fair price shops where households are entitled to purchase goods at below market rate from a locally appointed shopkeeper. So here they are saying कि जो system है वो distribute करता है food grains को and other goods through over 450,000 fair price shops. Fair price shops है जो distribute करती हैं where households are entitled to purchase goods or household entitled है that they can purchase goods at below market rate from locally appointed shopkeeper. Is this paragraph clear now? Next. The subsidy for grain is primarily targeted towards below poverty line households where BPL status is determined by local elected officials. So here they are saying कि जो सब्सिडी दी जाती है फॉर ग्रेन्स वो टारगेट किसको करती है, बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन हाउसहोल्ड्स को टारगेट करती है एंड उसका स्टेटस कौन डिटरमाइन करता है, लोकल elected officials. The scale of the program is massive. The food subsidy accounts for approximately 1.3% of India's GDP. So scale जो है program का वो बहुत बड़ा है, massive है, and the food subsidy है वो account करती है approximately 1.3 of India's GDP. At the same time, leakage in the system is persistently high. Leakage भी high है. Recent estimates for 2007-8 place the fraction of grain diverted by shopkeepers and others to the black market at an astounding 43.9% across India, which is actually an improvement over previous years. So recent estimates and उन्होंने कुछ data दिया है यहाँ पे. Specifically, we explore the role that caste networks can play by comparing the traditionally disadvantaged members of Hindu caste system, scheduled caste to other caste. So here they are saying कि अगर हम specifically explore करें role of caste network, they can play comparing, हम disadvantaged members के साथ compare कर सकते हैं उसको. We examine household survey data from Uttar Pradesh in 1997, the year when targeted version of PDS called TPDS was introduced. So हमने examine किया था, survey data लिया उत्तर प्रदेश से. Under TPDS, subsidies for grain were targeted primarily to BPL households. Primarily किसको दी जा रही थी? BPL household को. But subsidies for sugar and kerosene were available to all households. Subsidies जो थी sugar और kerosene की वो सबको available थी. A distinct pattern emerges in the data. SC households have higher take-up of goods when they face SC shopkeepers. So SC households का higher take-up होता है as compared to SC shopkeepers का. But this is only the case for grain and not for sugar and kerosene. ये grain का case है, sugar और kerosene का नहीं है. We established that this pattern is not explained by basic socio-economic differences across the caste and not explained by differences across villages that depend on caste of the shopkeeper. So वो हम ये expect करते हैं, ये differences जो हैं वो किसके ऊपर depend करते हैं? नहीं depend करते caste of the shopkeeper पे. Our findings have a few important implications for policy design. हमारी findings की implications policy design के ऊपर भी हैं. First, there is chance that increasing the value of food subsidy as envisioned in National Food Security Bill would actually lead to fewer households taking up goods. सबसे पहले क्या करना पड़ेगा? Value of food subsidy increase करो. After this, this is because if monitoring is not increased sufficiently, a large subsidy gives shopkeepers a larger incentive to black market goods. So अगर उन्हें large subsidy मिलेगी, then they will be having larger incentive for black market goods too. Second, expanding the number of people entitled to PDS goods, another element of National Food Security Bill, could create a large swathe of people monitoring the shopkeeper and punishing illegitimate activities and have positive effects on take up. और secondly, क्या effect हो सकता है? लोग जो हैं वो monitor कर सकते हैं and punish कर सकते हैं उन लोगों को जो illegal activities में involved हैं. So इसके positive effects आएंगे. Is this paragraph clear? Okay, so let's move to first question now. Which of the following is or are the ways to mitigate the corruption at local level? Read it carefully and then tell me what will be the answer to this. Noshi Kumar, check your answer once. First is correct, 1 and 3rd is correct for this. B will be the correct answer. First is improved monitoring and enforcement from higher level of government, and the third one is low cost, local level monitoring and enforcement mechanism. So what they wanted कि monitoring जो हो वो अच्छी हो and moreover enforcement की जाए higher levels of corruption से, and moreover they wanted कि low cost, local level monitoring हो and enforcement mechanism हो. So correct answer to this is B, that is 1 and 2nd. So in paragraph it was written, the corruption at local level can be mitigated by improving monitoring and enforcement from higher levels of government and implementing low cost local level monitoring and enforcement mechanism. It was clearly written in the paragraph. So that's why B is the correct answer. Get well soon, Shiv Kumar. Next, which of the following statement is or are true with reference to the passage? What will be the answer? Yes, Shiv Kumar, correct. Only A is correct for this. That is only second. Implementing the necessary technology or enforcing the proper incentive structures can be too expensive in some areas. So अगर हम implement करते हैं necessary technology को and in incentive structure लेके आते हैं, then it can be expensive in some areas. So only correct answer for this is only second. That is A. Next, what is meant by leakage in the system is persistently high? Yes, C is the correct answer. As the name specifies, leakage has system, it means that there is some negative in the system. C is the answer. The grains in the food subsidy program are not entirely used for it. Rather, they are black marketed and sold by the shopkeepers. So उनको black marketed किया जाता है and moreover they are sold by the shopkeepers और subsidy जो है government की पहुंचती नहीं है लोगों तक. So correct answer will be C. Next, match the words with the synonym. So now you have to match the words with the synonym and you have to tell me what will be the answer. Astounding, enforcement, and persistence. Astounding means surprising, something very surprising. Enforcement means rule or obligation that we have to comply with. Persistence means the fact of continuing in an option or course of action. Yes, correct answer to this is B, correct. A second, B third, and C one. So A second, astounding, amazing. Next, B is 3, enforcement, imposition, that is rule when we have to comply with, and persistence mean perseverance. Correct. Next, which of the following statement is false in the reference to the passage? No, Shiv-Kumar, check your answer once. C is the correct answer to this. Following statement is false. You have to tell that TPDS is India's largest response to the persistence of malnutrition. This statement is false. Why this is false? PDS is India's largest response to the persistence of malnutrition. This was the statement, not TPDS, it was PDS. So that's why this is incorrect. Is it clear? Next, given below are two statements. So you have to check cause and the statement, cause and effect. Yes, Shiv-Kumar. Check next now. No, Kavya, first is correct. Statement 1 is the cause and statement 2 is the effect. So if हम expand कर देंगे number of people जिनको PDS goods मिलेंगे, उससे क्या होगा? Large number of people can monitor it, monitor the shopkeeper, and वो punish भी कर सकते हैं उन shopkeepers को जो illegitimate activities में involved हैं. So first is the cause and second is the effect. The correct answer will be A. Next, which of the following is an antonym of the word illegitimate? Illegitimate means illegal, not authorized by law. Illegal means synonym, it is a synonym. Licit means not forbidden or lawful. Outlawed means made illegal or banned. Felonious means relating to or involved in crime. Clandestine means keep secret or done secretively. Yes, correct answer will be B, that is licit, because it means not forbidden. Next, tone of the passage. What is the tone of the passage? Caustic means sarcastic. Assertive means having or showing a confident and forceful personality. Deprecatory means disapproving. Condescending means having or showing an attitude of superiority. What will be the correct answer? No correct answer will be informative. They were providing us information on public services. So correct answer will be D, that is informative. Is it clear? Next, now we have to solve this cloze test. Okay, so let's check. In the following passage, there are blanks, each of which has been numbered. These numbers are printed below the passage, and against each 5 words are suggested, one of which fits the blank appropriately. So let's solve this now. So first is global climate change has already had dash effects on environment. Glaciers have shrunk, ice on rivers and lake is breaking up earlier. Plant and animal ranges have shifted and trees are dashed sooner. So in first paragraph we are having two blanks. First is saying global climate change जो है वो already had dash effect. उसके कैसे effects हुए हैं environment पे. And second one is glaciers have shrunk. Glaciers जो हैं वो shrunk हो गए हैं. Ice on rivers and lakes is breaking up and plant and animal ranges जो हैं वो shift हो गई हैं and trees are dashed sooner. So let's take options for first and second. First is discernible, eminent, discrete, slight, treacherous. Eminent means about to happen. Discreet means careful. Sly means showing cunning attitude. Treacherous means guilty. And discernible means able to be discerned or perceptible. No. Correct answer will be discernible. That is A. So here they are saying, so check, you have to check meaning of all the words first. Treacherous means, meaning of word treacherous is guilty. So they are talking about global climate change. So how global climate change can be in guilty? And C is discreet. Discreet means careful and prudent. So it is also not correct. Careful and prudent can be a person, not climate change. So correct answer to this will be discernible. Is it clear? Okay, let's take second now. Glaciers have shrunk, ice on rivers and lake is breaking up earlier. Plant and animal ranges have shifted and trees are dashed sooner. Trees क्या हो रहे हैं? So options given to you are duplicacious, heinous, flowering, flagrant, and vivacious. So check, blanks are very easy to read and options given to you are somewhat difficult. Duplicious means deceitful. Heinous means you can say a wicked personality. Flagrant means action considered wrong or immoral. Vivacious means attractively, lively and animated. No, Kavya. Heinous means a person who is involved in crime. or person who is wigged. They are talking about global change, climate change. Read it carefully and then tell me what will be the answer. What trees do? Trees क्या करते हैं? Trees पे क्या आते हैं? Again, flagrant means action, immoral action. Kavya. No correct answer is flowering. Trees and flowers are related to each other. What you both are doing, Kavya and Shivkumar? Trees and flowers are related to each other. So global climate change की वजह से क्या हुआ है? Trees ने flowers जल्दी produce करने शुरू कर दिए हैं. जब उनका time नहीं है तब flowers आ रहे हैं. So correct answer will be C. Is it clear, Kavya and Shivkumar? So be very careful, read it carefully and then tell me what will be the answer. Next, effects that scientists had dashed in the past would result from global climate change are now occurring. Loss of... Yes, Kavya, this was the meaning. Check, they have written the word sooner. So from this word, it was clear to us that this was the meaning. Next, effects that scientists had dashed in the past would result from global climate change are now occurring. Loss of sea ice, dash sea level rise and longer, more intense heat waves. So effect that scientists had dash in past. उन्होंने क्या करा है past में? Predicts, predicted, predicting, predict, have predicted. No issues. So be very careful while you are solving. Yes, correct answer is B, that is predicted. So B will be the correct answer. Scientists had predicted dash in past. Next, so had is there, so had is always followed by third form. Next, a now occurring loss of sea ice dash sea level rise and longer. Loss of sea ice and dash sea level rise. Check options. Mischievous, anxious, specific, mounted, accelerated. No, Shivkumar, check your answer. Sea levels के लिए, sea levels are moving. So check the word जिसका meaning moving हो, moving at faster pace. Yes, correct answer is E, that is accelerated, because they are talking about sea levels. So sea levels rise कर रहे हैं. So that's why correct answer will be accelerated. Meaning of the word accelerated is moving at faster pace. So E will be the correct answer. Okay, let's take next now. Next is this one. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, which includes more than 1,300 scientists from United States and other countries, dash a temperature rise of 2.5 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit over the next century. So here they are saying the Intergovernmental Panel है climate change का, which includes 1,300 scientists, जिसमें 1,300 scientists आते हैं from United States and other countries, dash a temperature rise. उन्होंने क्या करा है temperature rise को of 2.5 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's check options for this. Despairs, recalls, reads, forecasts, render. Yeah, this one was easy. So correct answer to this will be D, that is forecast. उन्होंने predict करा है, forecast करा है. So D will be the correct answer here. Yes, you Kumar, correct. Let's take next now. Next is Fahrenheit over the next century. According to IPCC, the extent of climate change effects on individual regions will vary over time and with the ability of different dash and environmental system. So here they are saying कि according to IPCC जो extent है climate change का, उसके जो effect है किसके ऊपर, individual regions के ऊपर, वो vary कर सकता है over time and with the ability of different dash and environmental system. Environmental system और दूसरी चीज क्या? Let's check options for this now. Societal, medical, forlorn, pitiful, negatory. Forlorn means pitiful or sad. Negatory means of no value. इसका करेक्ट आंसर विल बी सोसाइटल इफेक्ट. क्या होंगे इंडिविजुअल रीजन्स पे एंड मोरओवर सोसाइटी पे. पीपल कैसे लेंगे उसे. सो करेक्ट आंसर विल बी ए, दैट इज सोसाइटल. Rest all who are there in class, please reply. So societal will be the correct answer for this. Let's check next now. Next is ability of different societal and environmental system to dash or adapt to change. Dash or adapt to change. So check word that will be in this blank will be similar to adapt. So check options for this now. Mitigates, mitigate, mitigated, have mitigated, were mitigated. They are using to. So to के साथ कौन सा word जाएगा? Yes, correct answer will be mitigate. B will be the correct answer because they are using to. To के साथ we use base form only, so that's why correct answer will be B. Okay, let's check 16th ones. Next is the IPCC predicts that increases in global mean temperature of less than 1.8 to 5.4 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 to 3 degrees Celsius above 1990 levels will produce dash impact in some regions and harmful ones in other. So वो कैसे effects produce कर सकते हैं? So check what will be related to harmful only. So let's check options for this. Ominous, infectious, lackadaisious, inert, beneficial. ऑपोजिट होना चाहिए. Ominous means giving the worrying impression. Infectious means unfortunate, like dacial means lacking enthusiasm. Inert means lacking the ability of or strength to move. ये कहीं पे अच्छा रिजल्ट आ सकता है, कहीं पे बुरा आ सकता है. रिलेशन टू हार्मफुल, हार्मफुल के रिलेशन में कोई वर्ड आना चाहिए. बट चेक द मीनिंग ऑफ द सेंटेंस कि किसी जगह पे अच्छे रिजल्ट्स आते हैं, किसी जगह पे बुरे रिजल्ट्स आते हैं. सो व्हाट विल बी द आंसर? Yes, correct answer to this will be E. Yes, Shivkumar is correct. Kavya, you please check your answer. That is beneficial. Why beneficial is correct? Check the sentence once. So they are saying 1990 levels will produce beneficial impacts in some regions. कहीं जगह पे beneficial impact आ सकते हैं और कहीं जगह पे harmful आ सकते हैं. Is it clear? Yeah, it was contrary to each other. Okay, so we are done with this. Any problem in any question that we did in our today's class? Thank you, Shivkumar. So we will meet on Monday now. Till then, bye. Have a nice day to all.